try to be fabulous. They try to take your soul. Guess what? They lie. You're in control.
Hey, I'm Jack Lavelle, and I have an amazing interview coming up for you with international recording artist Cheri Maree. And we're doing it all in the name of good music because overall, we want you to remember that good music still lives. Check it out.
Somebody said you'd never be anything. They tried to change your fate. So what? They lie. It's time to shine. Time to shine. So shine on. Ooh, shine on. It's time to shine.
Hey, how you doing? This is Jack Lavelle.
Okay, Jack. Hey, Jack.
All right. So, I guess I'm going to go ahead and just start up then.
Okay, cool.
Now, Cheri, a lot of music lovers complain about the state of music today. And since you're one of the artists actually still making good music, I want to get your take on it. What do you think about the state of music today?
Well, I feel really and truly that we're at a crossroads, that we have an opportunity right now to up-level music, to take it to a place of that's more harmonious, that is more loving, that is more soul-centered. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're absolutely right. We have gone through a time where a lot of the music just wasn't feeding us. Do you know what I mean?
True.
We could dance to it, but it wasn't really serving us. It wasn't helping us to rise as humans. You know, and it was causing a lot of dissension, a lot of dissension, a lot of confusion. And I think that's because we just as artists too were confused. There was so much turmoil just in our environment that we had to speak about it. We had to get it out, okay? And so now that like Maya Angelou always says, when you know better, you do better. I think we're at the do better phase. Yeah, man, we're at the do better phase. Okay, we went through the phase where, you know, we wanted to talk mindlessly about stuff. We needed to talk mindlessly about some things, and we needed to also politically say some things kind of raw that we see in our neighborhoods, etc. You know, that wasn't the majority of what was happening. It was still happening, and it still needed to be exposed. You know, and so now. What do? Now is the time, in my opinion, for us to take all of that information, that great information that we were given through those times, and start to heal and start to nurture and start to improve on what has transpired. You know, we can't deny that those things happened. You know, in some areas it's still happening and at alarming rates. You know, we're still having to deal with racism and murder and all of the things that make us sad sometimes. They're still really happening. You know, the thing for me that's so wonderful is that we now can see more clearly the cure for that. And for me, that's love. And we're seeing more humanity around the world. You know, why would a song called Happy have the level of success that it has had around the globe? Okay? So for me, that is a huge indication that we as humans are making a shift, a huge shift to something that is way more powerful than where we were. You know, that love thing, man. Love is finally sexy. It's always been sexy, but now it's acceptable to talk about it, right? And people don't shy away from it, you know. I remember when people started calling me the love goddess. I was like, oh, no, that's too much. That's not me. But now I understand. You know, they would come and say, look, this is what you sing about. You're the love goddess. And so once I finally got the courage to wear that and to stand in that, I began to really understand more clearly my mission, you know, my sole purpose. And that is really to speak about this loudly from the top of my lungs. Talk about what love is. It's because it's infectious, you know, that love and that joy, it's infectious. Once you start going on that path, you're like the type of people that just want to start jamming with you down the street. And they don't even know why. They're just feeling good. They don't know why they're around you, but they just know that there's an energy that you're emitting that they need, you know? And it's more, we need it more now, I believe, than ever, because our challenges are so great, you know? And so, yeah, man, music is on the rise. It is shifting, you know. Pharrell is a prime example. There are others as well, you know. I mean, you know, all kinds of artists. There's so many artists that are skipping out of my brain right now that have made songs about being beautiful and loving yourself and never giving up and all of those things that are very near and dear to my heart. So I think I know that we have made a shift in the right direction, in a direction that's going to take us to a place that's really wonderful, artistically and as a human family. Mm-hmm.
Right, and I definitely agree with that. And you bringing up Pharrell, it definitely shows that artists, the makers of music, they're definitely in the process of making that shift. Let me ask you this: what do you think that others in the industry can do to maybe raise awareness about good music and about the good music still being made?
What others in the industry can do? Well, one thing they can do is just, if they're that type of artist, continue to do it. You know, artists that may have more, a higher profile, you know, and have more listeners, have more followers, just continue to make music about love and about beauty and about confidence and about just empowering who you are as a human being. And I think that would probably be the number one thing that I can think of to help, you know, this revolution to continue to grow. And just making the music more acceptable. You know, a lot of people got upset because U2 gave their album away for free. They didn't really understand that. It was like, okay, well, U2 is giving their album away for free. What about artists who are just starting out? You know, they can't really afford to do that. And that is true. You know, when you're trying to establish yourself, you do need to generate an income in order to survive. And the thing of it is, though, it set the tone for making a shift just in terms of the economics even of music. See, there's enough. If we can really begin to believe that there's enough for everybody, and that if we share what we all have, that there will be more than any of us could stand individually. Do you know what I mean? And so that was the message that I heard. It's, okay, so U2 can afford to give their music away. That doesn't mean that everybody's got to do it just that way. That just said to me that, okay, maybe we need to rethink how we support our artists and how we really deal with what music really is. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to give my music away to make just to bring awareness to the power of music. Not necessarily to say that you got to give your album away, right? But yes, music is powerful. So this is what I can do. Now you do what you can do musically.
What was the key factor, or if there was one, that made you decide it was time to create this album?
Actually, the title was given, I had it come to me through a dream a few years ago, maybe almost 7 years
Really?
prior to actually making it. Yes. So it was like 360-degree woman. Okay, that's all I got. It's like, okay, you need to make an album, 360-degree woman. At that time, I didn't even know that I had anything to say. You know, I was in the process of getting a divorce. I lost my home. You know, I still had, my daughters were still in school. I didn't have a car to get them to school at one point. You know, there was just a lot happening in my life. And I feel that at that time, even though I was given my divine instructions, I call it, I had no idea it would carry me to this point, you know. So I was being molded, you know. I was learning how to love me again, you see. So I had to get clear about who I am as a woman and understand that I am whole before I could speak anything about my truths. And as I was being molded, my message was also being molded. I was getting clear about who I am, you know. And so when the opportunity finally came around for me to do the album, I had the courage to say the truth, to tell the truth, you know. But it was absolutely a process, and it's 360-degree woman rebirth is actually the first part of a trilogy. So there will be 2 other albums that will follow this.
Okay.
But the first part is the rebirth, getting to love me, loving just without any apologies, completely unapologetic about loving who I am and standing in the power of who God has created me to be, and to say, yes, there's some things that I did that I'm going to tell the truth about. There's some things that I know that I'm going to tell the truth about. There's some things that I love that I'm going to tell the truth about. There's some things that I'm not particularly crazy about that I'm going to tell the truth about. You know?
Right.
So, so all of that in there, and all of that, it's just like a gumbo. It's like my musical gumbo. You know, just threw it in there and stirred it up and just made it delicious.
Now, you created this album as a celebration to womanhood. Do you feel that there's a lack of that in the entertainment industry? And if so, why do you think that is?
Yes, you're absolutely right. It is a celebration of womanhood, without question. And yes, there's a lack of it. There's a lack of it in the world. You know, not just the music industry. You know, why are we still only getting 75 cents on the dollar? That's inexcusable. You know, when women are the ones who are the caregivers, the nurturers, very often the managers of the home. You know, we do the bills, we do, you know, the taxing of the children. Name it. Not that men don't. There have been artists over time who have been talking about this, you know, and singing about this. Nina Simone, God bless her. You know, this very powerful artist who didn't get the shine that they could have. And now I think it's really our responsibility for us as women now in this industry to say, okay, that's enough. You know, that's enough, baby girl. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You know, you don't have to strip down to a G-string for us to see you. I see you, and I know that you're wonderful, and I know that you're marvelous. You know what I mean? And there's more to you than just your exterior beauty. There's so much more, and you're so much more powerful. And now that's not to say that, you know, there's any shame in the in revealing the human body. I think the human body is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I just want our women and daughters to know that that's not all there is. And there's a way to do it to get your point across and still to make the money that you want to make, you know, and to have the impact that you want to have. There's another way. And, you know, it just takes us standing up and saying enough, you know, enough. You know, we don't have to do that anymore. Just, honor me in my greatness, just like I'm honoring you in your greatness. You know, and there's, the more we do that, the more we'll have to share. You know, and so yeah. Thank you. That's a great question.
Well, I definitely agree with everything you said. I mean, you were spot on with all of it. So I definitely agree with that. That's kind of why I brought the question up, because I just want to get your take on it, especially after, you know, just hearing songs from the album and just, especially after watching the video, and that brings me to something else. I actually saw the Time to Shine video, and I could tell there was a lot of energy on the set. Yes. I like the video. I love the video. I could tell there was a lot of energy on the set. And it shows in the video. Do you add a lot of your own creative input when it comes to the video?
Well, here's what's really cool. That was my first video ever. My first professional video ever. I was like, yeah, and I worked with an amazing crew. Mr. Hollywood, I know you saw his name, and he actually directed it. And the input was, the thing that I loved about working with them is that they really were open to the creative process. So if I had an idea about something, you know, they were like cool with it. And they had great ideas that they already had up in place. So I just really had to show up and do what I do. You know, like the scene where you see the little girl looking at the magazine, you know, not really believing that she's beautiful. That was his idea. That was their idea. In fact, that was his daughter. Which is super cool. Super cool. My mother's in the video, my sister's brother. I mean, it was just really a beautiful family affair. And so I'm very honored to be able to have been able to work with them on such a very special project, you know, because it was, you know, it's like having your baby. You know, you want whoever you give it to, you want it to be cared for. You know, you want it to be very, very well cared for. And so I was very blessed to be able to be connected with people who get that and who were very gracious and generous in that way, and this would help me tell the story of Time to Shine, you know, because that's really what's up right now. It's time for all of us to shine, you know, just like you're shining, you all are shining, doing your thing so amazingly. You know, I couldn't do what I do if you weren't doing what you do, you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful dance that we have. As long as we just show up and do it. We got to show up, though. You know, and that's what shining is about. You know, you show up in the beauty of who you are and don't make excuses for that. Don't let people diminish that. You know, it's like, you're the bomb. You are it. Period. You know? So, yeah, so I'm glad you got a chance to see it. And that you liked it. That warms my heart. Yeah.
Definitely. I really enjoy watching it. And the happiness, just going back to For Real, and you talking about the happiness, like, it resonates through the video. What's one of the biggest things that you want people to take away from this album?
The biggest thing that I want people to take away from it is that they really are magnificent. No matter where they are in life, that they really are magnificent. And for women specifically, I want them to know that they are not alone, that they are extremely special to the world, and that we have been given gifts that the world needs right now. you know, we have been given gifts of being great negotiators, nurturers, great thinkers, great scientists, great musicians, great moms, you know, and that whatever you're doing as a woman, that please know, above all else, that there are no little things. Everything that you do is important and is bigger than life. Everything that you do. And so walk in that, knowing that the world is watching and waiting for you to step forward and to help bring us into this new age of life, you know, to help bring us through the destruction that has happened and help bring us through the pain the growing pains that we have experienced as humanity, to a place of peace, to a place of joy, to a place of harmony, you know. And it's going to take women to step up and do that. So know that you are a 360-degree woman, and that the rebirthing process has already happened. You have everything that you need to do this, and go do it courageously. You know, lastly, that would be the thing. That they know that it takes courage. You've got to have courage. And courage doesn't mean that you don't feel afraid. You know, courage means you do it anyway. Period.
Right.
Your knees knocking, teeth chattering, you know, you're throwing up because you're so scared. You know, can't hardly walk or talk, but you do it. You do it anyway, you know. So be courageous. Be courageous. There are many times when, to this day, I mean, so many things that I've done and continue to do that push me out of my comfort zone that I'm scared to death to do, you know, but I do it anyway because I can, and because I know that courage, the more courage that I have in persevering and pushing through, the more it will bless somebody else to do the same thing. They'll be like, oh, you did it? Oh, everybody wins. Everybody wins. And so that would be it for me, I think.
Well, you are certainly empowering. And as a man that's listening to you, I can definitely feel the sincerity, everything that you're saying. And I would definitely say you're a blessing just to any woman who listens to you, hears your music, but not just a woman, people, period. Your words are inspiring.
Thank you.
And I think that's definitely what's needed when it comes to not only music, but to just life in general. So you are definitely one that we should cherish, definitely. As far as fans go, because I'm pretty sure this is what people are going to want to know from this point, where can they find you on the web?
They can find me everywhere. They can find me on Facebook, at Instagram, Twitter, Periscope. Did I leave any of them out? Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, and just at Cheri Maree, CheriMaree. And even if they don't have the exact address, if you Google me, CheriMaree, you'll find me. All of my information will pop up. I'm very easy to find.